Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions, and
welcome to MME for an amazing reaction. I disavow Geeks and Gamers, but I react to them. And this maybe has hell frozen over. Is this an actual apology from Mr. Jeremy? I think this is as close as you'll ever get. And there's just so much to go through here. Let's say hi to the chat. We got an expert react to this. Little move. Listen, you're welcome to come on the show in the future, but I got to get something from you. Just follow me on Twitter at MadMaxMovies1. Send me a message, and then maybe I'll check out your channel. If you have a channel, I'll have to get something from you, especially with nowadays. It gets too crazy. And listen, I apologize to the audience. I don't want it to get as crazy as it was on previous streams, and don't worry, it's not going to be an issue going forward. No, my idea is we're not having another shouting match. I don't want that.
I had to say it.
No. We're gonna be calm here. Boomstick critique. What happened now is we're gonna admit he's gonna admit that he was wrong, and the Jeremy way. Way. All right, John Pansuti, and then we'll get to it in a second here. Supreme Comics Girl.
SJW non-apology.
Hey Julie. Hey Julie. It's been a while. Yeah, I think so. I really think so. Listen, do not put that on Zach. Just before we even start, you assume the best out of people, right? I think anyone with a rational mind, once they found out what this channel is. Anyone that wants to have a job outside of outrage culture on internet. I mean, what would you do, Firewater, if you didn't know about them and you said, "Oh, okay, we'll do something out. You want to do some charity? Cool. Does Zack Snyder need them? Is the big question. No,
absolutely not. Zack Snyder
not.
could have cut a check for 10 times what they raised.
Right.
He could cut a check for $1 million to the charity. And I'm not saying I don't want to belittle the effort. Charity effort was good. I will say I donated $100 myself.
Oh,
so yeah,
that's nice.
Yeah,
that's good.
So it's important, people, especially during the pandemic, especially during the hopefully not K-shaped recovery. I hope the economists are wrong, but that's going to be brutal if that's the case. I really hope they got that one wrong. I'm praying for that. But it's I was watching that stream. And it was just you had the fake alpha tough guys, and they had nothing to say.
Saggy's on another stream.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, it's Zack Snyder clearly doesn't need them. I think he was trying to do something nice, and it blew up in his face massively. And so, and everyone is going to look at that again. They're going to be like, at the very least, this whole Geeks and Gamers will never have another mainstream celebrity on their channel again, or with their affiliates. It's never going to happen again. You're going to do something for Justice League 2. Yeah, I'm not doing that again. That's a major mistake.
Now, I am not getting in the Comics Gate, especially now that I've heard some things about the people that came out with that article. But I do want to at least share a little small clip of EVS that someone sent me that just admits that this was a mistake. He even admits a mistake here, just really quickly, and then we'll get to. He was actually reacting to Stephen Walton calling out. This is hilarious events. Okay,
it's hysterical how they eat each other.
They are imploding. Yeah.
Tomorrow.
It's like the Phantom Inception.
I don't know Film God that well, but I've definitely enjoyed some of his content. I don't know Tyrone Magnus that well. This is a very difficult situation for people in the company to get through. It was about the charity first and foremost. From what Uche says, right before Zack Snyder came on, they were told that he was going to have to disavow the very company, the very culture, the very group of people.
Enosh, or I'm sorry, not Enosh. EVS reacting to someone criticizing him is now going to criticize Geeks and Gamers.
Promoted this charity. That Snyder was going to have to disavow it.
Well, honestly, I think some more information has come out about that, and I think we need to back up.
Oh, see,
it sounded to me like, again, what Zack Snyder was saying was we had an agreement that Geeks and Gamers would not be a part of this. So, Geeks and Gamers attaching themselves to the charity and promoting it isn't something they had permission to do.
Right.
And if that's the case, that's even more embarrassing than what Zack Snyder did. And I don't know.
That's why I wanted to. That's why I wanted to share that. And this is the. I'm sorry. This is the guy that caused chaos himself, attacking Zack Snyder and Young Rifa. This is how embarrassing this situation is. Yes, it's that bad that the author. Let's really examine how bad this moment is in time for this whole movement. Okay, so the author of the volumes that said he was instrumental in the beginning of this fan group is criticizing EVS. EVS had a horrible moment, which had a video that was taken down for hate speech, and now EVS is criticizing Geeks and Gamers, saying this is an embarrassing moment. And Jeremy apologizes all in the same 24 hours.
Wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. And the same
Christmas
thing is
came early.
They claim to be united and they claim to be family. Look how they're treating each other.
No,
that's crazy.
saying don't you know saying unite is a virtue signal? Saying let's not hate is a virtue.
Yeah, I don't understand why they just didn't agree with Zach on stream. Yeah, what happened in Atlanta was terrible. Right. And I hope that we can all be nicer to each other.
Because their screws are loose.
I mean, I don't understand how how do you get upset by a statement like that? You're just virtue signaling. What does that even mean? People died in Atlanta. It's terrible.
Right.
It's suspected hate. It's a suspected hate crime.
That's a common decency.
I don't know, man.
I mean, beyond
these people have jumped the shark, man. They got to stay in their lane.
Right.
They can't deviate. They're like ants, traveling towards the food source. You go off on your independent thoughts and your independent path. You can't handle it. They are the NPCs they despise.
Right.
They are. They're
worried about.
Kind of comical to see, but then it's just sad because you think at first it's like a joke. It's like they can't be this stupid.
Yeah,
and then you're like, oh, ooh.
Yes.
Well, it's really a circular firing squad. You know what I mean? Like right now, they're just eating their own, and
no,
it's kind of entertaining, but yeah,
it's a shit show.
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy's ego just is it's bigger than I thought it was, honestly.
And I asked the question, too, to the panel before we went live. If this was any other group or group of fans, would they react this way or would they try to, work it out and talk before the outrage came? Everyone else would try, okay, well, why did, try to figure thing out. No. There was no, and I'll tell you this. I think I'm not 100% on this, but I believe that Jeremy did not even wait for the charity stream to end before he went live.
He went live the moment it was still going on.
That is freaking disgusting. To take away and
apparently there was an update on this. Apparently he tweeted out something where he was replying to Matt Jarbo on a YouTube comment where he said that all the super chats he got, he donated to the charity.
Okay,
so that's how he's responding to that.
Oh yeah, I was calling him out on that. So if I was wrong on that, then I will apologize.
Yes,
but I have not seen receipts.
No,
and he says he did it. You'd have to be really scummy, extra super scummy to see you're cutting a check to charity and just be like, yeah, about that.
Well, I mean, he would have had to say that up front too. I would have to check that. I'd have to see the context. But
he responded to Matt Jarbo saying that the $3,200 he got in super chats that night went to the charity.
Okay.
But he could not. His fragile ego could not take it. Okay. He reacted. He did not respond. He needed to have
is that more after the fact, or did the people contributing know that? I don't know.
I don't know that they were outraged. It's again they follow whatever gives them the biggest dopamine rush online.
No, Netcat. So here's Netcat saying he didn't trying to give a little bit of criticism of my reaction there. It doesn't matter. It wasn't over. And it was and he was trying to be an alpha dog on that stream too, saying stuff when he knew. He admitted in the video, we're going to react to the video, but he knew that he had some responsibility.
And he sold his team out. If he knew, like EVS said, that they were going to get disavowed live on air and didn't prep them. Ooh.
And he knew that the logo was still on there, but during the live stream he didn't mention that. Uche said something, but he didn't mention that at all until now.
I just stopped by to say hello. I love everybody. I do. I promised a friend I'd jump on their stream at 10:30, but I saw you guys going live. I was like, of course you guys do this when I can't be on full time.
Well, it was short notice. No,
it's fine. But I did see that. I did see what was going on. I didn't get to watch the video, but I'll probably watch it, and I'll probably talk about it again with you guys. But I did want to say stop by, say hi. I love you guys. I still don't really know what the hell's going on with this. I haven't watched the video, but yeah, I hope you guys are good. And just remember that, firewater smells funny.
I disagree with you.
You can disagree, but it's a fact. I have proof. I have evidence that you.
Oh, really?
No.
Yeah, he smells funny. You don't smell that?
Fake news.
You don't smell, and none of you guys on here smell that? That's firewater. He let one rip or something. I don't know. Or maybe he just naturally smells. Brian, don't look like that.
You can't confirm that I've dropped any.
I 100% can confirm it. It's firewater. You smell something.
You know what?
Wait, who are your sources?
I've never smelled anyone in my panel. Never, and I'm happy for that. I am happy being on. And no offense to anyone here. I don't know if you want to. I don't really want to smell a madman. I've been wearing this hoodie for quite a while. It's a safe place for smells. The internet. So
I wonder when the last time, Max. When was the last time you washed that hoodie?
I wash it all the time, but I gotta get one that's green like Dr. Doom though. I only wear this for streams. I gotta come up with
head then. If you had a green one,
if I had a green, well, it has to be a dark green, not like a
like green screen green.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stop being. Okay, I actually got like a couple minutes. I want to watch. I started watching this, so.
All right.
I've been waiting several days because we have been
trying to get No, he waited. No, this is a lie right off the jump. This is a lie right off the jump that he's a waiter for clarification. But really? Did you wait to start the live stream? You waited for
he's made like 5 videos since.
No, you don't wait for clarification. I call bullshit right out the gate. I don't know, Firewater. I need your expert opinion. I waited. You
literally whipped 5 seconds in the video.
Yeah, that's how long it
took. Context on this is that before he wanted to make this video, he was trying to reach out to Zack Snyder, who probably says this was a massive fucking mistake. I'm not talking to you ever again. Yeah. I'll sign your shit if you come to a convention. But I think that's what he's trying to say there, is that he did wait for Zack Snyder to get back to him to clarify, but now he can't do that, so he has to.
You got speculate. All of that from a 5-second clip. Yeah. That's a very.
Well, you need a little bit more than I watched the entire video myself.
Well, he was also fronting like an alpha dog the week before, saying that we get so many opportunities because we are geeks and gamers. What's the truth? People want to disavow you. So that's bullshit too.
Yeah.
Because we're so great.
I just want to see more than 5 seconds of this, because that's all I got to see when I first. I just at least 10 seconds.
From Zack Snyder in reference to his statements he made on the live stream, where it appeared that he was tying Geeks and Gamers to a hate group or something like that.
No, your guilty
I don't
conscience
believe that that's what he was doing, but it seemed
made you think that, because everyone thought that. People that are against you and for you all thought the same thing because of your content. I'm sorry.
That's what he was doing if you don't have any prior knowledge of the situation. We wanted to get that clarification. Maybe it still will come, but I cannot wait any longer. Ultimately, with that clarification, this video would not have been posted. Now I have to defend everything that we have done because we didn't put ourselves in this position.
Oh, no.
Put Geeks and Gamers in this position, and then Zack himself then decided to denounce Geeks and Gamers. And I have all of the evidence to prove everything I'm saying. I have nothing but respect for Zack Snyder. I don't have anything against him. I'm not trying to hurt him or his image. I am trying to protect Geeks and Gamers and everything we have done. We did everything we could to stay out of the position that he decided to put us in, and here is the entire story behind it.
Then why'd you leave the logo up?
What the hell did he make those videos at?
Well, he gets to that, but I want to respond to this comment. Where is it? Oh, hold on a second. Oh, someone said we are a hate group. No, we're the freaking Justice League.
Well, no, my question lies with
is the Justice League a hate group against Darkseid and Steppenwolf? No, we're heroes.
I have a question. My question really would be when he says he was waiting for a response from Zack Snyder.
He's outraged and reactionary. He doesn't wait for nothing.
That's my thing. It's like my issue was like, why didn't you wait before you made any video? And then this video, if he made this video before any other video he made, I would be like, okay, he has a right to at this point be like, speak his piece. But he kind of jumped the gun originally, and that's just like, dude, if you waited until this video, I would have been like, cool, I got you, I understand. But you made a video immediately after it happened, and then went on other people's streams to do it. So it was like very strange. But I mean, it is what it is.
Now, my opinion is, if he responded to Matt Jarbo saying we are donating to charity now, I think he's doing that after the fact as a band-aid. My opinion, unless he specifically said at the beginning of the stream that he started while the charity stream that this is all going to the Zack Snyder suicide prevention charity. Did anyone that watched it, did he say that on his? I don't know because I didn't see
and we'll never know because he privated it. So we can't go back and watch.
I thought he had a policy, which I talked over with Justin. And again, I feel like I was talking over his head.
I guess he can do whatever he wants with it.
But Jeremy has a policy of not deleting stuff. Right? He says don't delete it because effectively, and I'm paraphrasing, but basically like the cover-up's worse than the crime. If you delete something, people will want to find it more. But there are reposts.
Well,
on
he
YouTube.
does that because of his original review. That's
right. Well, no, actually, he never hides that because you can't spin it if you hide it, right? Okay. So but he privated that stream. I find that very curious.
No, it wasn't flagged. I don't think that. No,
it wasn't
flagged. That's EVS.
It wasn't flagged. Yeah, it wasn't flagged. It definitely was privated, which I don't blame him for privating. But at the same time, it's like I wish the best way to have handled this is to just wait to hear back, and if you don't hear back, then do a video like this.
Right. But he acts
like he was getting killed on the internet. And
this is the nice guy routine, right? This is the nice guy routine that he always does.
Right, and I feel absolutely terrible for Ryan and Lethal because they are devout.
I don't feel bad for Ryan.
I feel bad in the sense that they were forget the Geeks and Gamers bullshit that they.
But
do.
he let
they really wanted the Snyder cut to come out, and it was a win for fans, but not in the way that they think it is. So
I gotta run.
Oh, bye.
Oh, sorry, Saggy.
Okay, yeah, I know. I love you guys though, but best luck with this. Love you guys in the chat. I wish I could stay, but I did promise to be on a friend stream. But I love you guys. I'll see you guys next time. Y'all have fun. Bye.
All right, but Josh Bowen, send it to me on Twitter if you have the whole video.
But the reality is that they got, and EVS is right about this. They got sent into a fucking buzzsaw. They got ambushed. If he knew and did not tell them,
right?
Oof. Big
I didn't. That is new. That
is poor leadership. That's incompetent leadership.
And then if you knew, then the first thing you do is go double check the website.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, you can get in touch with Zack Snyder. You can't get in touch with the webmaster. I don't buy it.
Yeah. I think Uche works with people that do web design because he said something about Uche saving him a lot of money on his site. So I think that's where that came from. Maybe. I don't know. All right.
What's up, Geeks and Gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk more about the Zack Snyder situation. It's going to be my final comment on this topic, unless Zack or someone affiliated with Warner Brothers,
they shouldn't have to say anything about it.
Talks about it, makes any statements, then I will follow up. But outside of that, this will be my final statement, so I can give some clarity because people are still talking about it. People are still speculating. People still want answers. So I'm going to give you as many answers as I possibly can and offer as much clarity as there is to offer. Now, before we really get started, understand that this entire situation with the connection to Geeks and Gamers is my fault. It's all my fault.
Yes.
Every single
Yes.
thing that happens with Geeks and Gamers.
Your whole channel's
is
your
my
fault.
The paths that we go down, the decisions I make lead us down the roads that we go.
And to people
I
to
was
buzzsaws.
fully involved with the involvement of Geeks and Gamers through this entire process. So it is my fault. And I take
Well, and acting like you're a big dog, saying you get all these opportunities when no one and the reality is no one wants anything to do with you outside your bubble. Seriously, in Matt Jarbo, I wish he was here. He kills their whole movement in one tweet saying, because they say we don't need Hollywood, then what would you react to? I mean, if you didn't have Hollywood, you wouldn't exist. You wouldn't exist. We don't need you. Are you serious? He destroyed you, and he destroyed their whole movement and everything. Now, maybe Comicsgate could kind of say we don't need you because EVS is actually producing comics. What? I mean, unless the Gina Carano movie from Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire is the most amazing film ever, then you might say, then there might be, oh, we don't need Hollywood. But until that happens, until the next Hell Freeze is over, this was the first one where Jeremy actually never apologized, never bent the knee, until that happens and the Gina Carano film is fire, then you could start to have that argument. But based on your channel, does he need Hollywood? Does he need the video game industry firewater?
He needs the things that he says he loves to fail.
Yeah.
That's how he makes his money.
Thirsty people need water. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. He needs Hollywood to have egg on their face. Well, he just got a whole truckload of eggs thrown on his brand because it's just beyond embarrassing. He just is not competent. He does not know what he's doing.
Well, he's one of the people throwing the eggs too. Like, I mean,
just because you
say,
shit on something doesn't mean you can make a better product. Look at Stealing Solo. It's going to be beyond industry standards. Okay, man, you've never worked professionally in the industry. You don't know what you're doing. Jeremy's only original product was some shitty music video that came out, I think, after The Last Jedi about how Episode 9 should be better. And it was like this fucking god-awful thing. They did a cover of Miss America Pie. It was edited. It had action figures. He lost money on it. And that's the only thing he put out. Now on his stream, because I said, I blasted him. I was like, well, what about, I had that video. I had over 100,000 views. I was like, dude, you were like.
Oh, I do have to correct one thing, okay? They did actually produce something, the Phantom Menace volumes. So they do actually produce content.
Okay. Okay.
For the future movie of them saving the entertainment industry.
Someone was calling for Geeks and Gamers to come up with their own movies. I said, please do it.
No.
Oh my God! Yes,
I will actually financially support that fucking train wreck.
Yes, Jeremy.
I will be a producer. I will put money. Please tell me they want to do something like that.
It'll be Turkish Star Wars, but in 2021.
Oh my God. That would be absolutely hysterical.
Yes, Geeks and Gamers movies. Starring who?
Oh, man.
Who would star? I don't know.
Yeah. Well, someone mentioned in the chat about the Gina Carano thing. Yeah, when that first episode came out, they said, "Oh, the Mandalorian's going woke, this and that." Like someone made a tweet showing all this stuff.
It was EVS. I reacted to EVS saying, "Oh, this is SJW with Gina Carano kicking ass." And now
because she beat up the main hero. Suddenly,
they only love people when it's about politics.
When it's politically validating, they're great.
Yeah,
they're okay with
invalidating
the other side.
Right, they're okay with cancel culture.
Then it's like, but they try to hide. So you can't come out with that, right? Because that's not socially acceptable.
I need a screenshot.
So you have to kind of hide it behind something else.
This is an apology. That's an actual apology. Oh, here's Echo Base. No, they're not great. Listen, Echo Base. I saw him on your channel, Echo Base, and all they say is SJWs are horrendous people because they want social justice, and they're disgusting, despicable pieces of crap to hate. They're not humans. But then to say, then he does his little speech about Chinese people.
Yeah.
So that's not despicable. I mean,
it's all a grift to get that fucking outrage money. I mean, that's all it is, and it'll dry up at some point because I have a feeling YouTube is as these channels get bigger, YouTube's going to have an image problem as a result of it.
Oh.
They're going to become a liability, and they're going to have to figure out.
Give it another year. Just give it another year.
I mean,
I'll give it by the end of this year.
Unless they're so legit that they don't have to put ads on their videos. I mean, it's going to get to a point where advertisers, and I don't want him to lose his platform. I don't, but I honestly that I don't want EVS to even lose his channel.
Well,
but that video where he said it,
I'm not going to shed a tear if it happens. I'm going to be like, well, there are rules, and you broke the rules.
Right. If you want to monetize, then you follow the rules. You follow the outline for a business that you're associated with. You're employed.
Richard Odin too. I'm gonna address this comment. Outrage money ain't going nowhere, and maybe you're right. So there is a possibility I'm wrong here, but
you still have to follow the guidelines.
But here's the thing, though. If these channels, let's say he's all onwards and upwards, as he likes to say, okay, fair enough. But eventually, if they do get big enough and it is starting to influence things, that will affect the advertiser revenue. So if advertisers are going to be like, well, I don't want my ads affiliated with this guy, especially now, if they're suspected of being a hate group, pull my ads off that shit. I don't want it. I don't believe that they're a hate group, for the record, but if that's the perception.
Well, there's like someone once said some long time ago, there's a high tolerance for bad behavior and prejudice, but zero tolerance for people saying that they want unity, come together.
Let's all come together and Asian violence is bad. You're just a stupid bitch. Just agree.
You're a horrible person. You're horrible. Why is this virtue?
How do you not agree with that statement?
Yeah,
it's bad.
Yeah, they should. You know what would have been? You know what it would have softened the blow then is if not one of them had. How many geeks and gamers? How many people does it take to screw in a light bulb? How many geeks and gamers people does it take to be on a live stream to say, yeah, we don't like hate either. Yeah, let's unify. That would have that would have brought people together. After.
Zach, what happened down there was horrible. We agree, and we're hoping that, like the Justice League, we can all come together. Boom, done.
Yeah, that would have solved the problem.
Done. Disarm him with validation. That's it.
Right.
That is,
and then he could have agreed. Then do you see Zack Snyder not like leaving? Oh, I agree, or but it was dead silence because they're talking about unity. That was the problem.
And I'm just going to address Phoenix Night Flames comment.
Okay.
When they said they're an outrage group, it's a really good description because you're not going to win the argument on them being a hate group.
No,
even if it's true. Let's say it is true.
No,
because they're going to parade. They're going to parade the people around that say, well, no, we're not anti-women. We have 3 women on the staff that don't make videos, but yeah, we have women. We're not anti this race. We have this person. We have not anti this. We have that person. So that'll distract from the ultimate thing. You have to criticize them on the money, how they earn it. And they earn it by dunking on work by people more talented than them.
Right. And
they cannot create. They cannot create.
Well, I will make a correction to EVS where he says he doesn't need the entertainment industry or comics either. He's incorrect there too. He doesn't need them to produce his comics, but to sell his comics, he does need them because that's how he sells his comics. Dunking on entertainment. Oh, but you could buy my comic. If the entertainment didn't exist, he needs it too.
And so that's where. But EVS, the only thing is that. The only difference between EVS and everyone else is EVS actually has talent.
Yeah.
But he's just like, why don't all these other people create? Because they're not you, dude.
Right.
They can't. All they can do is cry.
They could try with Stealing Solo.
Yeah.
Which I cannot believe you have the balls to promote again just because you're on the cover. That's the only way they could try to sell it again.
That takes balls.
Have Anna Simps. Sorry. No.
No. I mean, you're not wrong.
I mean, you could like her if you like, but there's I've seen some on Twitter, hi, Anna, hi, like all in her comments, buying the cover because she did it, and EVS is on the cover. That's how you could get them to produce. That's how you could get them to promote it again. It'll probably sell. Oh well, it's still the shitty comic inside. All right, we got to get. Well, this.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna stop.
No. I just realized this is a 24-minute video, and we're only 2 minutes in. Uh-oh.
Full responsibility for what happened. Geeks and Gamers, the community, came together and raised over $100,000.
Yeah, he's very
for
talented,
suicide
Drex,
prevention.
yeah.
It's one of the proudest moments of my professional career, and I have never been more proud of the following that we have. I am so sorry to all of you that you had to deal with what you dealt with. You don't deserve it. You never deserved it.
I don't know
You
about
came
that.
together, you raised all of that money, and you deserve credit for that. And for the fact that you had to face
I don't know if we
any
should do that.
negativity whatsoever, I take full responsibility for that and understand that I am just as angry as you. I have been very frustrated through this entire process.
Oh, wow. Jeremy's angry. Holy shit.
I have not been perfect. I have made some
Okay,
mistakes.
I respect
and
there.
I am learning
Respect.
from those mistakes.
I
I
give
promise
respect.
you that I will apply the things that I have learned to make sure that we never end
But
up.
your next video is still going to be about identity politics, though.
No. You know what? We can play and commentate over it, but
Okay.
Another position like this.
no,
So,
well, no.
how did
Actually,
this
just
whole
pause it right
thing
there.
get
He'll
started?
never be in. I'm sorry. I know what I just said.
Yeah. I know.
He'll never be in another position like that again because no mainstream celebrity is ever going to go on his channel.
Well,
again
basically, I was going to do my other idea for a thumbnail besides this was Gina Carano next to Zack Snyder. What do you want to choose? Your career ended or a marketing disaster associating with these fools? So that's what I was going to compare the two. This is the track record of dealing with these fools. You could either end up like Gina Carano, like straight to video, straight to Daily Wire, with Capano, Gina Capano.
Yeah, you could trade tens of millions of dollars for tens of thousands
or
of
a
dollars.
PR disaster. That's the two. Someone's saying this. I don't know about the Young Rippa thing. If someone has something to say about
Young Rippo was basically saying, and I'm paraphrasing that, like, look, he should have asked, somebody should have asked for clarification on the stream, and that he would have done that. And I actually believe Young Ripper. I have a feeling he would challenge somebody. Maybe not in a super tough guy way. He'd be like, whoa, what do you mean by that, Mr. Snyder? You know what I'm saying? But nobody said anything, dude. Oh my God.
Oh, thanks, Sebastian. Shout out to Ambassador Wing. Give him some love. We've reconnected a little bit. You know, everyone has different opinions.
Cool.
We're cool. Go support him. You know, he's had a family illness. You're in our thoughts and prayers, Ambassador. We're friends.
But the odds of Jeremy taking the lessons that he learned, I think he has to learn to take his ego out of the equation, which I think is extremely difficult for him because he pumps it up with all the bravado.
Mm-hmm.
And so like Ryan Kittle is kind of neutered right now. His content's a little neutered.
Well, the reason I say don't feel bad for Ryan is he let Uche take all of that when Uche got him involved. He wouldn't have been involved without Uche, and he knew some of the stuff too that they weren't supposed to have the logo, and he kept quiet until the next day. And Uche got so much heat from that.
Yeah, with respect, if you're going to put up if you're going to put up this fake alpha routine or this alpha, I won't call it fake, and then somebody shows down their hand, like think of it as a poker match. You're betting, you're bluffing, and you get called. You better have the nut hand at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan Kendall did not have the nut hand at the end. He lost. Mm-hmm. And you could just see, and Jeremy was there. I was telling them they handled it professionally. At the expense of, I guess, I hardly consider what they do.
Well, I mean,
I think is comical, but real quick, let me just finish my point. The reality is that he puts off, there was going to be a bunch of people crying about this stream. Your brand, the thing that makes him supplemental income was just murdered by Zack Snyder. And you're just like, yeah, okay. Sounds good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he was called and he failed to meet that call. He did not have the better hand of the two.
At least I do give him respect for doing this now, though, because this isn't hard. This is hard to do, to admit your faults, and he finally apologized. Never apologized. He's finally, in a way, I don't think he apologized enough to Zack Snyder. He's more apologizing to his fandom than anything else. I think there was an apology due to Zach too. I honestly do.
How did Geeks and Gamers get involved? Well, Uche Waneri, who is part of the Geeks and Gamers team, initially made contact with Zack Snyder mid-February. And, Uche is a big fan of Zack Snyder and the Snyder Cut movement, along with Ryan Kennel from RK Outpost and Lethal Lightning, who are also part of the Geeks and Gamers team. When Uche initially made that contact, and then he was going to set up a Zoom call with Zach and just talk about, hey, what can we do to work together, things like that. Uche wanted me to be a part of it. I told Uche I don't really care to be a part of it. That's really something that Lethal and Ryan should be a part of because they are such Snyder fans. I really don't like.
No, I have to stop him here because his video where he announced it was really bragging. Like, we get so many opportunities because we're great. Really,
we're gonna make bitches cry.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna make bitches cry.
Bitches cry. Okay.
I watched them cry on the stream. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, it looked like. Oh man.
That was.
It's almost like when I took my dog to get neutered. He was so happy that day. He was loving life, and I asked his name's Louis. I was like, Louis, I'm sorry, baby. I gotta take you. And he doesn't understand what I'm saying. Of course, he's a dog. And then he came out. And apparently he incited a riot at the vets, so that we had to pick him up early. He's my little team leader there. But the reality is that they were sent to a slaughter.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it could have been. They could have spun it if they had any respect for actual unity. Like, they would say they couldn't even agree with that. Like, the other reason.
Wait, doesn't denouncing hate help them on their stream? We're not a hate group. We're denouncing it with Zack Snyder.
Yeah, all they had to do was join him in, but they blank stares, like not knowing what to do because that would hurt
they're not as smart as they appear. They can only go on offense. They're glass cannons.
Mm-hmm.
So they could shoot out a lot of damage, but they can't take shit for damage. And Jeremy, being the reactionary type, should have sat on this for 2 or 3 days, which is difficult, to be fair. But the reality is he didn't. And then this is what we get. Him speculating ultimately and apologizing to his community and trying to patch up anything with Zack Snyder because he knows there's never going to be another opportunity like this again. It's just not going to happen.
All right, hold on. I got to fix something here.
Play it at 1.5 times speed so we could get
I had to remove the Twitch because there was an idiot there. Sorry. All right. 1.5 times speed. Okay.
Yeah. Speed it up because he's kind of like long-witted. He gets paid by the word, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get a heel turn here in a little bit where they switch to being victims.
I shouldn't really be involved in that whatsoever. Before they had the call, I said, yeah, guys, you can mention Geeks and Gamers, and if something gets mentioned with that, let me know, and I'll get further involved. But I don't need to be in that call. So they had a Zoom call. It went really well, and obviously the Geeks and Gamers name was involved in those discussions, and it was talked about potentially doing something on the YouTube channel, and so then it was brought back to me. So at that point, I'm like, okay, do we really want to do something on the main channel with Zack Snyder? Because I know how people are going to react, and I know that this is probably going to put a lot of negativity on him that he probably has no idea what he's walking into. So I decided, hey, when are you guys talking to Zach again? And they told me, and I said, I need to be on this call because I need to let Zach know kind of what he's getting into because, that I'm involved and I clearly don't like his movies, and I've been very critical. And plus, I bash Hollywood every day. I'm very self-aware of me.
Oh, but did he just say at the beginning that he doesn't need Hollywood?
I really have no real interest in talking to them. But thinking about this from a fan standpoint,
now, do you believe
that? Fan movement,
okay,
that's what we do.
I don't believe that for 1 second.
No.
He has every intent to try to talk to people from Hollywood, dude.
He's always saying Pedro. Come on, let's talk about it. Isn't he adding Pedro Pascal?
Pedro.
Yeah, wasn't that a thing?
Yeah, I mean, it's
that probably made his day when Pedro quoted the Geeks and Gamers account and made fun of him. That probably just made his day.
Right. Yeah, he's always saying, "Come talk to me. Come talk to me." Oh, but I don't need you. Okay, which is it?
Why won't you talk to me? Because you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he says the same thing about Brie Larson. Come talk to me. How you think she's want to talk to any of them?
Yeah, Brie Larson's probably going to talk to you when you crap on her YouTube channel 24/7, make 8 videos about her. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, man. It's hysterical. Why won't they?
Well, why would any respect him as an out? Listen, the thing is though, he has doubled John Campia's viewership, so there is a market He is catering. He's catering to his base in the market, but unfortunately, you're going to get no respect at all outside your group, though, because you know
there's no legitimacy there at all. I'm sorry. Just,
all right.
Not.
On is fan movements. We love to celebrate fandom. We think fanboys.
Oh, he's one to sell. We love to celebrate. I don't believe that. It's defend the mob of fandom, the bad fans.
What about Raylos? They're weird, aren't they?
Yeah.
God dang. You support fan groups. Bullshit.
And seeing as the Snyder Cut has been all about a fan movement, we were like, okay, we can celebrate a fan movement with this. So anyway, I got on the Zoom call with Zach, and it went really well.
No, he said the only interest he had in the Snyder Cut is that some SJWs didn't want to come out. That's the only interest, and that he wanted his ammo and to have someone else because people didn't want it. That's his only interest in this.
Well, that and Star Wars news is drying up.
Yeah,
pretty bad. There's nothing to complain about with Star Wars, so it's like, what are we?
Yeah, because the Bad Batch should be solid for those that want to watch it. And
yeah, I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really do the cartoon so much, I'm neutral about it. But maybe I should start a new YouTube channel ragging on it. Maybe I can get some.
Trust me. When Falcon and Winter Soldier gets going with some of the political themes that show's covering, they're going to make so many videos on it. Don't worry.
That was pretty fun, though. It was a fun episode.
No, it was a great episode, but just
I
wait.
enjoyed it. I got to rewatch it because I didn't, but I enjoyed it. I wasn't grasped right away, but I wasn't for WandaVision either. I think there's a lot of potential.
This guy, he's a really cool, laid-back guy, and the conversation went very well. I informed him I was not a fan of his DCEU. I informed him that Geeks and Gamers is kind of controversial by some circles, and he just needs to be aware of that. And it was fine. Whatever. When that discussion ended, we had not made a final decision as to where.
Again, any rational person would say, "Okay, yeah, we'll do something," and then go check them out. Oh my god! Any rational person.
I have a question. Yeah, doesn't Zach have like PR people though? Wouldn't they research who Jeremy was beforehand?
I mean, if anything, he would have did himself.
The amount of press that he was doing, he really can't vet everyone. So I basically.
Yeah, but isn't that why you have PR people for?
It was on the guy that does the vodka streams. And basically, I think Uche someone was there. I think he shows it later, and he's like, "Can we do something?" And or they reach out. Sure, we'll do something. We'll put it together. And you always a reasonable person always expects the best, but then you have to research who you're doing. Then that came later. He wasn't expecting all. He obviously didn't know. They're so relevant that Zack Snyder did not know who they were before. It's very obvious from this video that Zack Snyder had no idea about Jeremy and the shit that he has following him before.
Then there was a failure on his team then in the Snyder camp.
Well,
that's how I was saying. Like, why would the PR people not vet him properly?
Okay, maybe he was just expecting. Yeah, I think that's a fair criticism of Zach. Okay. He should before he completely agrees with it of doing an arrangement, he should have someone check it out.
This was going to be what channel we were going to put this on or anything. We were still thinking about that. And I go back to other situations I've faced where we've done like charity events, and I don't like doing them on the main channel because I know how the media loves to spin when charitable events happen.
They
the
always
Drunk stream with Star Wars Theory. We did that on Drunk 3PO's channel because I didn't think it would work on the Geeks and Gamers channel because people love to take.
It might be the same thing with Star Wars Theory. Might not want. I mean, he's buddy with him, but I don't know if he wants to be on the main. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think he would.
Okay, I don't know. He's still buddy with them.
Of charitable stuff and spin them and try to destroy you. So I just was like, I don't really want it on the main channel. This is Zack Snyder. This was a pretty cool moment. We were kind of discussing what we were going to do, how we were going to make this announcement. Zach might make a video and say, hey, I'm going to be on this channel, yada, yada. We didn't know what we were going to do. And then March the 6th rolled around and kind of put us in defense mode. Now, what happened on March 6th is that Zack Snyder, before we uttered a word of this publicly, we only talked about it between myself, Uche, Ryan, and Lethal Lightning. And then Zack Snyder decides he's going to go on stream with Film Junkie. This is on March the 6th. March the 6th. You can look it up. We had not made any announcements publicly or anything like that. March the 6th. This is the conversation right here.
Like a thing afterwards, probably, or is it before?
I'm trying to do this thing. I don't think it's going to be. I'm doing this thing with Geeks and Gamers. We're doing we're hoping to do this little fundraiser. We haven't announced it 100% yet, but we're thinking of doing it right after the premiere so that I can just tell everyone the movie's it's not midnight yet. So come on over and help me raise some money for FSD. But that's not announced yet, so it's a secret.
Okay.
You're going to get an official announcement maybe the next couple of days.
Okay, yeah, don't worry. I hit the off button on the broadcast right when you said that. So nobody.
We haven't locked it in. We haven't locked in the date, the time, because the red carpet keeps moving on the 17th. You know what I mean? It's a movable feast apparently.
So that happened. At that point in time, that was not how I wanted this to be announced. And
I think that's fair enough. That Zach, but I think he's just a positive person, in good faith. He just expects the best out of people.
Yeah, what did you catch that? Dave didn't press the broadcast button, so Zach didn't know that he was live. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, so that was Dave the Film Junkies. He said
that was Dave doing that.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, that's interesting.
As soon as that was announced, I go to Twitter. And I start seeing the people spurging out. I start seeing them go crazy about the fact that Zack Snyder might be talking to the Toxic Geeks and Gamers channel. And I knew, I was like, that's not going to work. It's not going to work. But now our name is attached. And I don't really want to back off of our name being attached. I didn't make it public. Zach made it public. This begins Zack Snyder saying things that he probably shouldn't say.
Oh, no.
Now, I said there was more to explain. I think now you're starting to understand it's not as simple as that moment on the live stream that everyone has defined.
Again, though, that's not Zach's fault. If he was saying that,
he
didn't know it was live. If that's what happened, then it's not Zach's fault.
And it's just saying that you're going to work with someone's not his fault either. You're responsible for the optics of you and your community. So that's not his fault. What the baggage that you have attached to you. All right.
Wait, I don't really have any hard feelings towards Zach. He's just a laid back dude. He's not super media savvy. He does not know how to speak very.
I don't believe that for one fucking moment.
He's not a great public speaker.
Zach.
Yeah. What's that, firewater?
Nope.
No.
He doesn't know how to publicly speak. Nope.
He's not tech savvy. Yeah, I don't buy that either.
Nope. Try again.
Well, he literally mentioned that he goes on YouTube and watches videos all the time. Like, come on.
Okay, Jeremy showed us this video last night behind the scenes after our stream and talked about it all. I understand 100% where he's coming from. Saying that attacking a guest because they let it loose that you're going to do. I mean, it's really Zach's. Zach, even if he was live or he thought he was live, it's his right to say I'm going to work with them. If they reached out to try to work, Uche reached out to him. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not his fault. It's all the baggage that comes with your group. It's not his fault. And I think the apology does not just need to be to his viewers. It needs to be to Zach directly. Absolute chaos and horrendous reaction videos from a lot of people.
But either way, this was said on March the 6th. When this happened, I was looking at Twitter and watching the people just freak out at the mere fact that Zack Snyder said he's going to be working with Geeks and Gamers. So I
was disappointed, but I supported it.
Uche, I said,
I was disappointed because I didn't want this to happen. I didn't want this to happen
because he's not aware of what he just did. So I'm at lunch. I get a phone call, and it's Zack Snyder. I say, Zach, listen, man. I don't know if you realize how controversial I am. I know we talked about this, but I don't think you fully understand. So here's the deal. I shit all over Star Wars. I shit all over Lucasfilm. I shit all over Hollywood because I don't like Hollywood. I don't really have any desire to be connected to Hollywood. Yada, yada, whatever. I basically painted the picture that I am a very outspoken person in Hollywood, and you making this announcement probably didn't go over well because we knew that if we were going to make this announcement, it needed to hit home, and it needed to hit home hard, and we needed to shore up our base to offset the negativity. The idea was to announce it on a Friday Night Tights and have $10,000 raised before the end of the show because people would have freaked out at this announcement on Friday Night Tights. It didn't go that way.
I believe
that. At this point, I am playing defense. Because I did not release this information. I did not put Zack Snyder and Geeks and Gamers out into the world. Zack Snyder did. And to his credit, he did apologize to me, but it is what it is. Now, so at that point, we decided it would be best if the stream was on Uche's channel. Okay? Uche was his contact. Uche made it happen. And we decided as a group that Uche's channel is the best channel. Okay? I never really wanted it on Geeks and Gamers anyway. I did not.
I don't believe that.
Okay, but fan movement, bring people together, show some real solidarity.
Not when you say we get all the best opportunities because we're the best, and say we're gonna see bitches cry.
And bitches are gonna cry.
That was gloating.
Yeah, and if he held it on the channel, Geeks and Gamers, how can he disavow Geeks and Gamers when he's on their channel in a live stream? Yeah, food for thought, huh? Interesting things. Interesting. Okay, Jeremy.
Well, I was looking at it from that perspective. So we make that agreement, okay? We set everything up. We make the thumbnail. We make the event on Uche's channel. Make the announcement. And then we put the thumbnail with Zack Snyder, and then on the bottom was a Geeks and Gamers logo. All right, Geeks and Gamers logo on the bottom. Thumbnail's there. I'm showing it to you in this video right now. That was the original thumbnail for the event. I don't know what happened to transpire the next series of events, but I can speculate a little bit. And there was a certain little article that was starting to make the rounds on Twitter. And what's the date on that? March 11th. So this is about 5 days after Zack Snyder initially made the initial Geeks and Gamers Zack Snyder connection, which created all the problems for us. And this thing starts making the rounds on Twitter. An absolute slanderous hit piece, focusing in on who's the first person that gets mentioned, who's the first. Now, it's very convenient. It's very convenient that Geeks and Gamers was the very first thing they focused on in this hit piece. Okay. Now, again, I'm not saying that this is what made the next series of events happen or not, because everything is
because you don't have to look very hard for negative Last Jedi videos.
No, it's not. It's not because of Jeremy. It's actually because of Ryan Kinnell, because it's the most easy example of someone becoming radicalized, even if you don't think he is an actual ist or anything like that. And I'm not saying that about Ryan Kinnell either, but he's basically a carbon copy of Jeremy at this point, making the same exact videos. And if you look at his start before he joined, he was a really nice, calm guy, and then now he's just doing the same shit. It's just a carbon copy of the main. This is the main.
He does the same shit until he's on a stream with Zack Snyder, and he's got nothing to say.
He gets just angry, disappointed, sad-looking growls the whole stream. Just like
they were heartbroken when he said that.
Because Zack has a pre-existing connection to Uche, not necessarily. Yeah. And the donation. Well, I think the other thing is, I put this. I like Uche, but I do put this part on him because part of the reason this even came to together, is Zack knowing Uche directly and vouching for him. So, they're your friends, Uche. Okay. I mean, but honestly, can you see that perspective? Like Zack, I have a good relationship with Uche. He was in the NFL. He's got a lot of connections with the NFL. He knows other people. He knows like wrestlers. He said I watched his video. He got Grace Randolph to retweet him. So he kind of just expected Uche to vouch for his friends. Really. I mean, I think he should do that himself personally is a fair criticism. But what do you think of that point? Everyone, Firewater. Do you think he was assuming because it's Uche I
definitely think so. I mean, if he knew Uche very well and he trusted Uche with that, then I could totally see that. I mean, like I said, Zack is not going to know who every individual is on that panel. Again, I also blame maybe some of his PR reps too for not digging deeper into making sure who everyone was.
But I would argue he should have known everyone that he's going to be speaking with.
True. Okay. Yeah, it's hard. It is hard to do though. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. And honestly, Uche probably should have just made it him, Zack, and a couple other people. There was
maybe no Tyrone and Film Gob, and that's it.
Yeah, maybe there was no need to have 10 people there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just been one-on-one.
Yeah, it just kind of it probably would have been better with that because the stream was kind of convoluted and crowded, and then Zack just gave him a tiger uppercut and just
I mean it's their fault.
They were all smiles, man. They were so happy. And then
remember the sad Affleck meme? That was
like when you lose on The Price is Right, man. That shit was fucking hysterical. I saw that live. I lost my shit, man. I was just like, I can't believe this has happened.
No, I couldn't believe it when it happened live. That was crazy.
I didn't watch it live. I came back to the internet and Twitter, and I was like, what the hell happened?
I had to go back and check it out. I was like,
it was hysterical. You can't buy that kind of entertainment. Zack Snyder just low-keyed. Yeah, okay, that's cool. You guys have knives to this fight. I just dropped a nuclear bomb.
Well, we're going to go. We got to get through this because I'm Point Extra Lounge is going to have 11:15, and I don't want to interfere.
All right, just run the video. Run the video. Get through this shit.
In my professional career, because I understand the ramifications. I never really wanted to have a big-time Hollywood celebrity on my channel. I don't like Hollywood, and I don't like celebrities. And look, I'm just going to have to be honest right now because so much is going around about everything. This is no disrespect.
You love the Orville,
okay? No disrespect to Film Junkie. He's got 36,000 subs. I don't know Dave, but I have nothing but respect for Dave. You have Ray Porter and Zack Snyder, and you have 45,000 views. This is 2 weeks old at this point. I don't need Zack Snyder. I just don't. That's not to say I wouldn't like having him on if it was something that came up. I don't need Hollywood celebrities. I don't.
He just contradicted himself.
The most important thing.
Yeah.
So anyway, this thing comes out. I don't know if this has anything to do with it or not. I do believe that it did, but I don't have anything to prove that. That's all just speculation. Now, again, the timeline is kind of crazy right now, and I'm trying to think of all the moving parts going on. Ultimately, Warner Media gets involved, and they tell Zack that they want the Geeks and Gamers logo off of this thumbnail and not on the event at all. At that point, I had to make a decision. Do I tell them to go fuck themselves, or do I continue
to
do what's best for the charitable event? I did what's best for the
that would have been the alpha move.
I wanted the guys on the team to be part of this, and so I contact Zack and I say I need to talk. Or I tell Uche, I was like, I need to talk to him. I tell him, I'm like, okay, here's the deal, Zack. Okay.
Oh
He said that.
All right. Who
believes that?
Zack. Who here believes that? That he said, here's the deal.
I see how much Zack works out of the gym. Jeremy would not talk
No. I don't believe that for a second. Hey, Zack Snyder. Here's the deal, Zack Snyder.
Hell no.
No.
Don't you know who I am? I run a shitty YouTube channel.
Here's the deal, Zack.
But you better people know me. My apartment's filled with rich mahogany.
Here's the deal, Zack. Have you heard of what happened to Gina Carano? That was my guy. That was my guy drunk. Don't you know? Oh my God.
Oh, you didn't know?
I got the connection.
We are going to piss a lot of people off in all directions. I've already made the announcement on the Geeks and Gamers channel.
That's basically what you do is piss everyone off.
I mean, like, yeah.
Gamers by you. So then we picked up that momentum and we announced it on the Geeks and Gamers channel. We have branded it Geeks and Gamers.
It gloated. It was a gloat. It wasn't an announcement. It was like, you bitches are gonna cry. Look at all the opportunities we get.
Bitches cry.
And then the opposite happened.
You really did. Actually, bitches did cry.
That was the most.
That's the irony of it.
Wait a second. Firewater. Was that the most accurate prediction the Fandom Menace has ever had? We're gonna make bitches cry, but they were talking about themselves.
Yeah, they often self-own a lot. It's hysterical. Like you can't buy that. I just can't believe he just disavowed.
Ambassador Irwing says,
and then Ryan's face is like, you see the smile just slow. It's like a cartoon.
The sad Affleck. Yeah. Ambassador Irwing says, I have a quote from Madam Ambassador in regards to the situation. They need to grow a pair and grow the hell up instead of acting like a bunch of preschoolers who got spanked for misbehaving. That's
never gonna happen.
Well, they did. I mean, actually, they're
in their final forms already. They're fucked. I mean, that's it.
They are. He grew 5,000 subs since this happened, though.
Oh, good for him.
Being an idiot on the internet pays.
Yeah, it's effective.
You want me to remove that logo? Well, it's been branded Geeks and Gamers for about a week or whatever it was. So everybody knows it's Geeks and Gamers. But to make the powers that be happy for you and for this community and for
you see. Wait, okay. So now you see he's a little pissed about removing the logo. You get that? Do you get that implication from this reaction? You want us to remove? So do you still think it's an accident based on his reaction there? I don't know.
No,
I mean,
maybe
we have to be devil's advocate, but based on what he said, you want us to remove what?
Look, Zack Snyder, here's the deal. The logo stays, motherfucker.
Yeah, look at here, pal.
Look here, pal. Look here, pal. I have 300K subs. I tell you how it goes.
Don't you know who I am?
Release the Geeks and Gamers cut.
Yeah, release the Geeks and Gamers cut. Okay.
Hell no.
Don't worry. Hey, Zach, I know you make movies and all, but I make shitty music videos with fucking action figures, okay?
And we'll make that the thumbnail. Because if I just put another thumbnail up without a logo, everybody's going to know about it. So that happened. We put that high-quality image of the signatures up there. No one noticed a thing. And then we just slowly stopped mentioning Geeks and Gamers. Now, I told him, I can't control what other people do because I'm keeping this in-house. I'm not spreading this message out there. I'm keeping it in-house. I'm doing the best I can. There's a charity website that was, put together. I didn't have a lot to do with this website. I do know the people involved because I was introduced to them, but I had nothing to do with the development of the website.
Before he was saying Uche really saved me some money with his connections on the web developers. So I don't know. I'm just giving you more info there, more context. So now he's like, I don't know about this. Very little to do. You see how the story changes slightly. Uche really helped us out. We now we have a great way to save money on web development. I've had little to do with it.
I don't know. You have little to do. Wait, hold on a second. Just pause it really quick. You have little to do with where your branding is during a charity event with a major celebrity. Okay, Jeremy.
What goes on? Okay. The people that were building the website were running on the narrative that this was a Geeks and Gamers event because that's how it was presented after Zach decided to open his mouth on this show. So we ran with that. So it's out there, Geeks and Gamers event, on Uche Waneri's channel, who's part of the Geeks and Gamers team. The people that did the website just had it in mind that it was part of the Geeks and Gamers team. That's what slipped through the cracks. So 30 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it was before Zack Snyder comes on, I guess they noticed the Geeks and Gamers logo. And it's just hilarious to me that Warner is so scared of my Geeks and Gamers logo. It's hilarious and very, very satisfying. But I didn't know about the logo. I had no idea.
They don't take you seriously. They just don't want to have anything to do with you. They're not scared. They're not. You think they're scared of these fools?
Hell no.
Listen, they have advertisers that want to collaborate with them. If you go where the money is. Advertisers, when it comes down to it, if they could pick who they sponsor, they're never going to sponsor you guys. Never. Your ads run on the videos, but no one's going to pick you based on the based on the quality of your bullshit content. They know who you are, but they're not scared. I'm sorry. And listen, they haven't put a dent in anything with Disney Plus.
Oh yeah, Disney Plus has over 100 million paid subscribers. It's up 5 million since the canceled Disney Plus movie. Yeah, great job. Turns out you can't cancel something that your parents have. They have to cancel it.
Yes.
Fucking idiots. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right to say it.
Yeah. But I still take full responsibility for it being there because it's still something.
Okay, now I'll apologize to Zach.
It's still something that I should have dealt with. And if I dealt with that, I don't think we have the problem we had. I don't think.
Probably. I'll give him that.
With it, so went on and did a live stream and bitched about it, though. How's that dealing with it?
During the event.
A bunch of videos, too.
Yeah.
I know he doesn't drink, but he might want to start because that was way too much heat for him to handle.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
On the website, I guess there was a few Spurgs on Twitter that got mad, and I guess there was some executives at Warner that didn't like it. To the executives at Warner, with all due respect, fuck you. I don't care if you're upset about it. The fact that you're so upset.
Did they get to the part where he's like, they're afraid of my logo?
Yeah, but isn't that's all speculation? He doesn't know if they're afraid of him. He has no fucking clue.
Well, listen,
it just sounds good.
Listen, all this. Oh, we raised so much money. $500,000 were raised before you came into this picture. No problems whatsoever. No one had any issue with Zach. Everyone associated with Zach loves him. That works with him, that collaborates with him on social media. The problem is you.
I have a question for Jeremy. I actually have something serious to say. If it was the executives, did you get a cease and desist letter from their representation, from their attorneys? Your logo's on something that has their branded that they don't want to be affiliated with. They have every single right to issue some sort of legal correspondence unless action is taken to rectify the challenge.
Even if you think that this may have slipped through the cracks, the way Zach said it, we talked about
this.
Like frustratingly,
we talked about this. You fucking incompetent loon.
Right?
No, I'm just kidding. But
no. But he sounded like the way, in my opinion, it's an opinion. In my opinion, he sounded like it's not like one time he's told about this. It's like multiple times. And then also the way Jeremy was frustrated when he said, "Oh, we could do this, but you don't want our logo." So,
Look, Zach, I'm gonna tell you the deal, Zach.
Yeah,
liar. He was probably whispering when he was talking to him.
The hubris there is just astounding. It's like, who the fuck do you think you are? Excuse my language, but my goodness, man.
Yeah,
Brian, it's okay. I curse all the time on these shows.
I have ever heard. And I will make sure that everybody knows that Geeks and
I
Gamers.
know. I just don't want to get it demonetized.
Yeah, you're nicer than me.
That's it. Everything starts spiraling out of control. We got a ton of people watching. We got a ton of money raised. At this point in time, I am just looking to keep the train on the tracks. So I did not know that Zach was going to make the comments he made. I knew he was going to make a comment. I did not know what the comment was. I had no idea. So he comes on there.
Then why are you surprised?
My heart dropped. My stomach.
I knew he was going to say something. What's the big deal?
And I got very angry. Because of what he said.
Really? No shit. Jeremy's angry?
About distancing of Geeks and Gamers as I was, the poorly constructed way that he transitioned into the
the next comment is not a poorly constructed PR virtue signal. It is any decent person based on world events with any decency and morals would say we need to come together and, like the Justice League, come together and stop hate.
Us united.
That's not poorly worded. That's genuine human decency. I was gonna say some Bishans. I was gonna say, never mind.
Just take a dive on it. Yeah, take a dive.
Yeah, all right.
Take a dive.
I had something else.
And in that moment, I did feel like he was connecting us. I did. The longer I thought about it and the further away I've become from it, I do not think it at all. I don't think he did. I think he made a stupid PR statement and a virtue signal. And if you listen to Zack Snyder, and again, this is not I'm not trying to knock Zack Snyder by saying this. He's a terrible speaker.
No.
He's all over the place. He's just all over the place. Listen to what the man says. He's all over the place. And word for word, what Zack said about the hate and all this stuff, it's the same thing Kevin Smith said, word for word. Justice League teaches us to come together. It's a virtue signal.
No,
it's not connected.
That's
not a virtue signal. Okay, hold up. So I'm gonna get pissed here for a second. It is not a virtue signal to say that Asian American lives matter in the wake of a mass shooting. That is BS. That's stupid.
And talking about coming together because your movie is about uniting the Justice League. That's not poorly. That's relevant.
That just irritates me so much. Like, I don't know how you can look at that.
Product.
I don't know how you can look at that and call that a virtue signal. The man lost his daughter, who was an Asian American woman.
Yes.
Okay,
and he still has another. I think he still has another child.
I think he's got two more kids.
That just angers me.
Yeah,
too.
I don't know, man. Yeah, Jeremy's an idiot. Just no other way to. And he was in way over his head, and he's a court jester.
So let me get this straight.
He tried to.
He's just throwing out buzzwords because that's what he knows his audience loves. Oh, the virtue signal.
Yeah, it generates the most super chats. Yeah.
So when somebody says something that I don't like, it's a virtue signal.
Absolutely.
Right.
So
but people that virtue signal are disgusting. But what EVS said is they're trying to cancel him, and he's not a disgusting person. That is why people think the worst of you. That's why, because you're defending
he's
that.
He's going to have to make an optics problem, which is completely self-inflicted.
If you really want to parallel, in the same day they are defending him, saying SJWs are horrible, horrendous people that virtue signal. Well, EVS, they're like, oh, they're trying to cancel EVS. He's funny. That's why you get what you deserve. I'm sorry. You get you get the reaction you deserve based on what you defend and what you hate. So I'm you know what? I'm also going to make a separate video on this about enabling and saying things are just opinions. No, you're just disgusting and no morals. I'm sorry. That's not an opinion. What they defend and what they attack reveals everything about the person. It's not just an opinion. That I want to get away from that talk.
Richard, how is that a virtue signal? Like, genuinely, I'm very curious to see how you think that's a virtue signal. That's what you really think.
Richard's been here a long time. Richard, I love you, man. I know you criticize me when you think I'm wrong, and you have every right to. But saying come together and we need to unite and stop hate when there was a tragedy against Asian Americans. Also, the fetishization of a minority group too, and then also a hate crime is not a virtue signal. And saying also because you're talking about the production for the movie was unite the Seven, unite the Justice League. That's not a virtue signal. It goes along with everything about his movie and the world event. I don't see how you could say it's a virtue signal. I think that's what's wrong with the internet. It's not just geeks and gamers and Jeremy that what we criticize as virtue signaling. It's sad. It's sad to me, Richard. And I love you, man. I do love
virtue signaling would be implied because I have these morals. I'm better. Right. Zach's message was about unity and saying, hey, in light of recent events,
Hate has no like. It's not good. We got to come together like the Justice League did. That's the theme of the movie. It's a bullshit statement. It's a blanket statement to use when they want it, when they can't handle criticism from something. And so, you're just virtue signaling, and there is some virtue signaling out there. I'm not saying it doesn't exist.
Richard,
but this isn't one of it.
He included that as like people say, don't out of context, as context as to why it meant so much to him to make that statement, and because of the actual release of the film is dedicated to his daughter that took her own life. That's why race.
Richard, the challenge is that across the country there have been people singled out because they're Asian and getting attacked. Yes, attacks against anyone is bad, but it seems like the Asian community disproportionately is getting it worse. So that's why he called it out, and he probably is scared to a degree for his, for his own children.
Wouldn't that make you sad looking at your children? That Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
so we got to finish this.
No, it's not a virtue
going live in 3 minutes. So.
Recent events, especially.
Just skip the Kevin Smith shit. He's just fucking
in Atlanta.
When
you're making a movie like Zack Snyder, let's stop the hate. Let's stop the violence.
I think it's
people of color. There's
related with Geeks and Gamers, as far as I'm concerned. And I really just want to make that clear. And I also want to just say, in light of recent events, I think we really, if Justice League teaches us anything, it's about coming together.
In light of recent events, that's what separates it.
It's important. It's an important message, and of course, as
just look at Ryan Cannell up there, man.
Yeah, I'm looking at him.
Oh my God, he is big sad.
Made it seem like that.
Big. Oh wait, is that a tear? No, I can't see.
And I got to be honest, man. Like the guy is super busy. I totally understand that. I do. You just
9 pegs in my book,
it's
bro.
getting great reviews. People are excited. You're doing a lot of things. He could clarify if he wanted to, though. He could. I respect that he's busy, but he could find time.
He did clarify. I watched Uche. He said it's separate statements, but he's not going to make an official statement just for Geeks and Gamers. He did clarify.
No, if I'm him, if I'm Zack Snyder right now, I'm like, I have to be thinking to myself, what the fuck was I thinking?
Yes.
At what point? And I need to reevaluate why I thought this was a good idea and never do it again.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's never going to go on a big YouTube stream like this again.
Not with somebody that's anyone that's like controversial commentators. You got people that cover entertainment news and kind of like I can see him going on like Emergency Awesome or something like that, where he breaks down stuff. But the commentary bullshit where like the FAWs, they're simultaneously broken, have no lives, but control everything at the same time. I don't know how they handle that.
I liked your definition of what a virtue signal actually is. Firewater is like doing it where you're acting better than everyone, like pretending you're better, but saying unity and come together, no hate. That's not a virtue signal. That's just common decency.
It's just because it rubs those guys the wrong way. So they're like, well, it's a virtue signal. So they got to call it something. I mean,
yeah, they got to call. They can't just say like, "Hey, you know what, Zack Snyder? That's a good idea. We should all come together. That's great."
Yeah, that would have took the hatred out of the room. Yeah, that would have been. I mean,
can't do it
because they can't do that
because they're not fucking smart enough to know how to fucking handle a reasonable conversation.
Right. So is it? Listen. So what I want to ask all of you is it Zack Snyder that has bad public speaking skills, or is it his team that he touts?
His team has no idea how to handle opposition.
Right.
And not only not handle opposition, but handle it with grace.
Right. So I don't think
their only tool is a hammer. So they're going to see everything as a nail.
Right.
You needed a different tool for this situation, which you're clearly inequipped for. And that's Jeremy's fault.
Firewater, you would have diffused the situation. They can't diffuse anything.
No. And I would have asked for some clarity. It's like, Mr. Snyder, I just want to make sure. Do you believe that this organization I'm with, you kind of put the statements kind of close together? I just want to make sure that they're separated. Boom, done. Oh, yeah, no, I meant they're two separate statements. Thanks, Zach. I appreciate it. Hey, by the way, I'm really looking forward to your movie. Boom, done, move on. No controversy.
Or say, the Geeks and Gamers community is with you, Zach, on this recent tragedy, and we're so happy that you get to release this for your daughter.
And we don't want anyone to have any type of violence. And we know that the Asian American community is particularly getting disproportionately targeted right now. That is it. Boom. Done.
Right. Anyone else?
I diffused the bomb. We won the round.
The Gold Man wants to hire you, Firewater, for his PR.
Hey, I'll let you know.
He's a growing channel. He's doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's a smart kid.
Yeah. All right.
Eddie, were you trying to say something earlier?
Sorry, I don't shut up. I get paid by the word. Just
I was just talking about their actions during it, because you saw some of the comments after he said that. Some of these motherfuckers really wanted to retract their donations to suicide prevention. You know how crazy that sounds?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. People are like, "Oh, I'm gonna call my credit card company. I don't want my donation going through now until he apologizes." I'm
Well,
like,
that proves what it was for. It was for ammo in the culture war.
Wait, this didn't make us look good. I would like my money back. I didn't get what I paid for.
Right. Is it an advertisement or is it a charity?
Yeah, they're all full of shit.
You made my favorite YouTuber cry.
Really? I don't know. But that is the series of events that led us to where we are right now. It has been the worst and the best experience I have probably ever had professionally.
This would crush me if it
it's
happened,
clearly not done anything to hurt us in terms of our growth.
I don't want that kind of
it has given the people that hate us ammunition for days, and they are using it for days. And that's just part of it. That's part of
You're welcome.
being who we are.
I'm using the
I will
ammo.
say my team.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely filled a lot of magazines there.
What our community did and the money they raised and the passion and the positivity that they displayed is second to none.
I don't see any positivity they displayed.
Zach,
I mean,
other than the money raised, assuming it made it to the charity, which I will believe that it did.
Right.
That is positive.
Right. But
the way they handled, like they get a little bit of heat. You can tell these people just wait to fly off the handle.
Yeah.
They're looking for somebody to bump into them so they can knock them out in the street. Although they would never do that because they don't have,
Based on everything I have experienced, based on my conversations, did not mean to connect us with any hate. He didn't. He was flustered.
He wasn't flustered. He said in recent events. He didn't say geek.
And he was just trying to get
thinking about
statements out in this.
Thinking about geeks and
scripted
gamers. Let's denounce hate. No, he said in recent events taught us anything.
Threw it all together. It could not have come at a worse time. This is a series of unfortunate events, and I should have been smarter, and I should have pulled away the moment that it got the slightest bit complicated. But my ego did not allow me to do that.
That is 100%.
Oh my
accurate.
god, he actually admits he has an ego. Holy crap!
At least he admitted it. At least
I'll learn from it. I'm sorry. You guys have a great day.
I don't think he'll learn from it though.
No, of course not.
I don't think he'll learn. I don't think he'll learn from it. I don't think, because again, it's the bravado. See, the more crap you talk and the bravado you put out there, and you rub people the wrong way, and he deliberately does that. Fine. But that means you have to make sure all of your actions are carefully calculated, and all of your actions are like basically perfectly executed. Because the second you make a misstep, like he said, there's going to be ammo. Yeah, there's a lot of ammo. This thing was a massive failure in terms of, in my opinion, for PR for geeks and gamers. Now he got $3,200 in super chats. Hey, good for him, man. Great for him. And I hope to God he donated it to charity and he's not just saying that. Because if I find out he isn't, I will absolutely roast the shit out of him.
If that's the case, though, that means he was virtue signaling to Jarbo, because that's who he told it to on Twitter.
I mean, he only said he didn't volunteer that info before. He only did it when he was,
he was pressed on it. So he said something about it. Yeah.
It was just to make Jarbo look bad too, because he was pressing Jeremy on the whole thing.
Yeah, Jarbo went hard in the paint there, man.
He always does.
He was like Patrick Ewing dunking on people back in the day.
I mean, that's the best argument. One of the best that Matt ever has said. You don't exist without Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, it's fair. You don't have a. You don't. He's got to go. Yeah, Nerdrotica has to go open his comic shop that closed again, and that's what he needs to do. Unless there's Hollywood stuff to dunk on.
Right.
Well, we're advocates. Yeah, you're really shitty. Yeah, you're really shitty advocates because you don't generate any change.
Yeah.
You're still complaining about the same shit you did 4 years ago.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I hate to cut it short because this is a great stream, but Enosh is ready to go. Everyone head over, comment in this comment section. Mad Max sent me or something, so he knows you're there. Richard says, "Oh wait, hold on, I gotta highlight that before we go." GNG is one big version of. All right.
It is.
It is. I mean,
listen,
we get donations, guys. Come on.
We get donations, and
How is
we
that not
don't
a virtue
denounce
signal?
anything.
I exist because of Hollywood. I agree, but I also want it to exist, and I
yeah, but
applaud
it's a
it.
symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
We want to talk about stuff that's good. Like I love the Snyder,
and I need Zack Snyder. I'm not going to say I don't need Zack Snyder.
I need Zack Snyder to make more Justice League movies.
Right.
And
Right.
we need him to do that.
all need Zack Snyder.
I think he's great, but the challenge is that again, it comes down to like, I don't know. Did he declare in the stream? I'll have to watch a repost, and if he doesn't, I don't know if I want to. I don't want to sit there for 3 hours. I'm going to be honest. Even if I do it at 1.5 times, it brings it down to 2 hours. I'm not doing that.
All right. Well, thanks, Brian, Firewater, as always, RJ, and Eddie. And he's got the shirt. That's a virtue signal.
The signal has been virtuified.
Just wait until he gets the Brie Larson shirt, guys. That'll be an even bigger virtue.
Of course, you get a Brie Larson smiling with a thumbs up. That would make my day, dude. If you got that shirt, I would love that.
I'll think about it. But I was gonna buy one shirt, but I know if I wear it here, people are gonna tell me to get out of the stream. I was thinking,
go for it, man. Screw it.
When you see the shirt, you're gonna tell me to take it off instantly.
No, we'll wait and see. As long as it doesn't get my video taken down.
It's nothing bad. I'm just saying that a lot of people on your comment section will talk shit about me.
Good. I can't wait. Don't tease us. You better deliver now. You better deliver. All right, let's go over to Enosh. Thank you, everyone. See you later. Bye.
Did Enosh give a link? Yeah.